Hello everybody, I'm here in London and I've just been to see Eurovision You Decide at the Hammersmith Apollo. I don't know if I'm speaking loudly or not because my ears are currently ringing because I was stood in the front row of the audience. It was a great show. There were 6 acts for you to choose from. It was on BBC 2, so if you didn't see it, have a look on the iPlayer. I'm going to give my opinion now on what happened. So the event this year was at the Hammersmith Apollo, a much bigger venue than last year's Kentish Town Forum, and I think it definitely gave a much better idea for the contestants what it's going to be like when the winner gets to Kiev in May. Before the main show, you wouldn't have seen this bit on the telly, there was a question and answer session with Jonna Alessand, who is the Executive Director of the European Broadcasting Union and the Eurovision Song Contest. Also, we had 2 former winners, one from Azerbaijan, and I can't remember who she is. I really don't know. But we also had Alexander Rybak, who was the winner from Norway a few years back with Fairy Tale. Lots of questions about what Jonna wants to see in the future of Eurovision. And of course, he gave lots of things like, well, it will just go how the entertainment business goes. Well, of course he's going to say that. Why would he say anything else? After the Q&A, we had a bit of a live link up with the One show. That was interesting, bit of promotion on BBC One. Then the live show started, and we had a performance from Alexander. And his performance, as you might expect from a former Eurovision Song Contest winner, was exemplary and fantastic. And the entire crowd was singing along, and it was great. And it kind of showed what the rest of the acts that night really should be doing. Talking about those acts, the first one came on, it was a song called I Wish I Loved You More. It was a decent performance, it was alright. A little bit samey, I think, a little bit slow. But good, strong vocal performance. I kind of liked it. Not my favourite, but you know, it was alright. Then we had a song which was awful. Terrible. Just unbelievably awful. So I'm not going to say much more about that. The third song was Lucy Jones with I Will Never Give Up On You, and this was actually so much better than the studio version that we heard earlier on in the week on the radio, and it was a fantastic vocal performance. I think it captivated the entire crowd, and it probably captivated the TV audience as well. Fourth one was my pick before we actually started the show. It was Olivia Garcia with Freedom Hearts. I thought this was bluesy, it was driving, dynamic. It probably actually sounded better in the studio than it did on stage, unfortunately. It was a kind of intimate kind of number, really, and it didn't really suit the stage with lots of other people on it. I suppose if you're going to go to Kiev, then you need to fill that stage. It's a huge stage, Eurovision stage nowadays. So perhaps it wasn't the best song to take. Fifth act, decent song, well performed, kind of a bit of nothing really though. Not really my favourite, not really the crowd favourite either. Sixth song called I Don't Want to Fight. Tripe. I'm sorry. And the thing is as well that there was so many people who were clearly in a massive group at the back of the audience who, when she came on, made a ridiculous amount of noise and that kind of thing. And I think they even booed at the end when she didn't win. But there was no chance of that winning. It was awful. Absolute tripe. I'm sorry. It's just my opinion. But awful. But there has to be a winner, and the winner was Lucy Jones with a fantastic song, fantastic vocals. I think it really did captivate the audience, like I said earlier. It's going to be a kind of one-person production on the stage. It's going to be focused. I think it might even contrast a lot of the songs of the evening, perhaps. But those vocals are going to have to be fantastic in Kiev if the United Kingdom have got any chance. So that's my roundup of Eurovision You Decide here in the United Kingdom. I hope you liked the video. If you did, give it a thumbs up just down there. Leave a comment below. Maybe you agree with me, maybe you didn't. But leave me a comment below telling me about any of the songs, what you thought of them. And remember to subscribe because I do videos every week. And later on this week, I'm going to be putting out a video about my trip here to London. So subscribe for that. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.
I will never give up on you. I don't care what I've got to lose. Just give me your hand and hold on. Together we'll dance through this storm. I will never give up on you. You're the one that I'm running to. Just give me your hand and hold on. Together we're dancing through this madness we're running through. This magic is inside of you.